students, the topic is here tsunami. Due to volcanic eruption or earthquake on the sea floor, high oceanic waves are created. They are known as tsunami. They are high and have unmanageable length. Dear students, you can see a scenes of oceanic waves of tsunami. Their length is approximately 700 to 1800 kilometers. These waves travel with a great speed and force. By the time they reach the coast, they attain great height and power, which causes a great deal of destruction in the coastal region. It was witnessed on 11th March 2011 in Japan. Strong and whirling winds also create big and strong waves. Once the storm gets over, these waves become tall with a high wavelength, which can travel great distances. Such waves cause a great deal of destruction in the coastal region. So these are the descriptions and explanation of the tsunami. You can see here flood, and you are seen in the picture how the scenes of destruction due to flood. Dear student, the flow of excess of water in a river is called flood. What is flood? The flow of excess of water in a river is called flood. The flood is the most common type of natural hazard Dear students, the flood is the most common type of natural hazard in India. Floods occur when the river overflows its banks or rises beyond its normal level, or it changes its course. There are several causes of floods. What is causes? I would like to let you know the causes of the flood. Yes, students, causes of the flood. Due to continuous heavy rainfall in an area, improper damage, blockage in the river channel by sediments, changing course of the river, deforestation, excessive sedimentation of the riverbed, collapse of dams. Dear student, so these are the causes I mentioned you. Next types. Floods are of different types, namely riverine flood, floods occurring due to overflowing of river banks. These are called riverine flood. Next, coastal floods, floods common along the coastal areas during cyclones, tsunami, high tides. Again, flash flood, sudden floods which occur due to heavy and intense rains, melting of snow, cloud burst and bursting of dam. These are called flash flood, we can say. Again, next, urban flood. Floods common in urban areas due to improper drainage system. Floods in India. Floods common in urban areas due to improper drainage system. Floods in India. Floods are common in some parts of India. Many rivers in North India like Ganga, Brahmaputra and the Yamuna are prone to floods, and rivers of South India like Mahanadi, Godavari, Kaveri, Krishna also overflow their banks. Dear student, broadly speaking, I'd like to broadly explain this topic for you. What is the effects of floods? Floods are always very destructive, resulting in widespread loss of human life and damage to property. Loss of life can be caused due to drowning and outbreak of epidemics. It can damage the standing crops, thus affecting the flood supplies. Okay. Next, these are the some effects of floods. You can see here. Next thing is here, dear student, famine. The next thing is here, famine. I can say, just you can see in the picture, scenes during the time of famine. So, it is a condition where there is a long period of dryness due to little or no rainfall. due to no rainfall in a given region. It is slow and onset hazard that develops over a period of time. What is causes? Okay, in India, it mainly occurs due to failure of monsoons or the irregular monsoons. The main causes of are the uneven distribution of rainfall, environmental degradation, population growth, urbanization, and large scale deforestation. The rainwater is easily washed away into the rivers and the seas and not retained by the soil due to the absence of vegetation. A lack of moisture in the soil leads to the low productivity. Overexploitation and misuse of water in regions of low rainfall causes famine, drought like situation. What is the effect? Almost every one of us is affected by famine. To a farmer, it causes heavy loss of crops, lack of water and water to feed the animals. Results in low agricultural production with increased prices of food, grains. Poor people can't afford to purchase them and hence they are the worst affected by them. It contributes to many problems to women in rural areas in terms of malnutrition and great stress to earn their livelihood due to lack of alternative employment. This often leads to migration and lack of nutritious food to the children. This leads to the malnutrition and make them vulnerable to diseases. So, these are the effects by famine. Dear students, after this, I'd like to explain cyclone. As you are seeing here, what is cyclone? A cyclone is a low pressure center surrounded by high pressure on all sides. It is a center of converting winds. The center of cyclone is called the eye of cyclone. You can hear the simple meaning of cyclone is air which blows at a great speed. It can be called a storm or whirlwind. Dear student, as you are seeing in the some scenes of cyclone, so types of cyclones. Cyclones are two types. Temperate cyclones, these spread over a larger area and less destructive than a tropical cyclone. Dear student, the rainfall is higher, the rainfall is lighter but lasts for a longer time. Tropical cyclone, this occurs mainly its tropical zone. It occupies a smaller area but the wind blows at a tremendous speed causing a widespread damage. So what is the effect of cyclones, dear students? These cyclones are known as different names in different parts of India. They are known as hurricanes in North America, typhoons in South China Sea, cyclones in India and valley winds in Australia. These are different names called by the cyclones in different parts of the world. So what is effects of cyclone? These cyclones are a highly devastating natural phenomenon causing great damage to life and property, crops, disruption of transport, communication lines and water pipelines. So these are the some effects of cyclone. Cyclones in India, dear students. In India, cyclones are common along the eastern coastal region. Every year, especially during the months of October and November, cyclones originate in the Bay of Bengal and then move towards the coastal regions of Orissa, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, resulting in heavy rainfall and extensive floods. So, these are the, I just have told about this cyclone. Dear student, next topic is forest fire.